I thought we were building something. That's the part that still gets me. I really thought we were building something real. His name was Tyler. I met him at a coffee shop, one of those places where you order at the counter and they bring the food to your table. I was sitting alone, working on my laptop. Freelance graphic design. I spent a lot of time in coffee shops back then. He sat down at the table next to mine. He had this messenger bag and a book. Some thriller. I noticed because I'd read it too. After a while, he asked if I could watch his stuff while he went to the bathroom. I said sure. When he came back, he saw what I was working on. A logo design. He said it looked cool, asked what I did. We started talking. Just casual stuff at first. What we did for work, where we were from, that kind of thing. He was easy to talk to. He had this smile that made you feel like you were the only person in the room. Before he left, he asked if he could give me his number. Said maybe we could get coffee sometime. Actually get coffee, not just sit near each other. I said yes. We went out that weekend. Dinner. Italian place. Nothing fancy, but nice enough. He told me about his job. He worked in finance. Something with investments. I didn't really understand it, but he seemed successful. He wore nice clothes. He had that kind of confidence that comes from doing well. He asked me about my work, about my family. He seemed genuinely interested. He asked follow-up questions. He remembered details. At the end of the night, he walked me to my car. He didn't try to kiss me. He just said he had a really good time and he'd love to see me again. After that, we saw each other almost every night. We'd meet for dinner, or I'd go to his place and we'd watch movies, or he'd come to mine and we'd order takeout. It felt natural, easy, like we'd known each other longer than we had. About 3 weeks in, we were sitting on his couch. Some documentary was playing, but neither of us was really watching it. He turned to me and he said, "I want an exclusive relationship with you. I don't want to see anyone else, and I hope you don't want to see anyone else either." My heart did this little jump, the good kind. I said, "I don't want to see anyone else." He smiled. He took my hand. He said, "Good, because I really like you. I think this could be something special." I felt like I was glowing, like everything was finally falling into place. 2 days later, he told me he had to go to Denver for work, a business trip. He'd be gone for 5 days. I said, "Okay. Will you be able to call?" He said, "Of course. I'll call you every day. I'll miss you." He left on a Thursday morning. He texted me from the airport, said his flight was boarding, said he'd call me when he landed. He didn't call when he landed. I figured he was busy, getting settled, meeting with clients, whatever it is people do on business trips. I waited. I texted him that night. Just a simple, "Hope your day went well. Miss you." No response. Friday came. Still nothing. I called him. It went to voicemail. I told myself not to panic. He was probably in meetings. Or his phone died. Or he was tired and fell asleep early. Saturday. Still nothing. I called again. Voicemail again. I started feeling sick. That tight feeling in your chest. That spiraling in your head. Sunday afternoon, I finally got a text. It just said, "Sorry, been busy. We'll call soon." I stared at that message for a long time. It felt wrong, too short, too cold. I texted back, "Is everything okay?" He didn't respond. Monday, he was supposed to come back. I didn't hear from him all day. Tuesday morning, I called him again. This time, he picked up. His voice was different, flat, distant. I said, "Tyler, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you all weekend." He said, "I know. I'm sorry. It's been a crazy trip." I said, "You said you'd call me every day." He said, "I know. I just got really busy. I didn't have time." I said, "You didn't have time to send one text? One call?" He went quiet. Then he said, "Listen, I think we need to talk." My stomach dropped. I said, "About what?" He said, "I think things are moving too fast." I didn't understand. I said, "What do you mean? You're the one who said you wanted an exclusive relationship." He said, "I know, but I've been thinking, and I just think maybe we should slow down, take some space." I felt like the ground was tilting. I said, "Space? We just spent a week apart. Where is this coming from?" He said, "I don't know. I just need to figure some things out." I said, "Did something happen? Did I do something wrong?" He said, "No. It's not about you. It's about me. I just need some time." I wanted to scream. I wanted to ask him how he could say all those things to me and then just disappear. But I didn't. I just said, "Okay, if that's what you need." He said, "I'll call you in a few days. We can talk more then." He didn't call in a few days. He didn't call at all. I waited for 2 weeks. I didn't reach out. I didn't text. I didn't call. I was trying to give him space like he asked. But inside, I was falling apart. I kept replaying everything in my head. Every conversation. Every moment. Trying to figure out what went wrong. Was it something I said? Was I too available? Too eager? Not interesting enough? I started questioning everything about myself. Finally, after 2 weeks, I broke. I texted him. I said, "I just need to know if this is over. I need closure." He responded the next day. He said, "I think it's better if we just move on. I'm sorry." That was it. That was all I got. No explanation, no real conversation, just a text saying it was over. I felt like I'd been punched. I called my best friend. I told her everything. I was crying so hard I could barely talk. She said, "He's a coward. He didn't know how to end it, so he just disappeared." I said, "But why? Why would he say all those things if he didn't mean them?" She said, "I don't know. Some people just do that. They get scared. They panic. They run." I wanted to believe that was it, that he was just scared, that it wasn't about me, but it didn't make it hurt less. For weeks, I analyzed everything. I looked at old texts. I thought about every moment we'd spent together, and I started noticing things I'd missed before, like how he never really introduced me to his friends, or how he was vague about his schedule, or how I'd never been to his office, never met anyone from his work life. I started wondering if Denver was even real, if the business trip was even real. I'll never know, because I never heard from him again. A few months later, I saw him on social media. He'd posted a photo with a woman. They looked happy, comfortable, like they'd been together for a while. I don't know if she was someone new or someone who'd been there the whole time. Part of me wanted to reach out to her, to warn her, to tell her he might disappear on her too, but I didn't. Because what would I say? And would she even believe me? It's been a year now. I'm okay. Mostly. I've gone on other dates, met other people, but I'm more careful now. I don't trust the big declarations anymore. The "I want to be exclusive," the "this is special," because I've learned that words are easy. It's the actions that matter, and Tyler's actions told me everything I needed to know. He was never building something with me. He was just passing time. And when it got too real, when it started to feel like something he'd have to commit to, he ran. That's on him, not me. But it still hurt. It still hurts sometimes, especially when I think about how good those first few weeks felt, how safe I felt, how sure I was that this was finally it. I hate that he took that from me, that feeling of safety, that ability to trust when someone says they want to be with you. If you're listening to this because someone did this to you, because someone told you they wanted something real and then just vanished, I'm sorry. It's one of the worst kinds of hurt, because you're left with all these questions and no answers. You wonder if you imagined it, if you misread the whole thing, if you're crazy for thinking it was real. But you're not crazy. It was real. Or it felt real. And that's what matters. What wasn't real was him. Or at least, what wasn't real was his ability to follow through. Some people are really good at the beginning, at the romance, at making you feel like you're the center of their world. But they're not good at the middle, at the work, at staying when things get real. And that's not your fault. That's not something you did or didn't do. That's just who they are. I wish I'd known that sooner. I wish I'd protected myself better. But I didn't. And now I'm here, on the other side of it. Still a little bruised, still a little wary, but also a little wiser. And maybe that's worth something.